Ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with their opponents. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Check out. 190. Hey, 12. Watch the screen. He's crazy.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run with Hines. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Hines. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Wilson now in his second season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Big stop, let's go. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Here we go, D.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Rosen. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Rosen on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to take you to school.
Hey, Alpha.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Coming.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain. The Eagles send out their punter now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. This is fielded at the 27. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Monday.
On the toss, here's Ballage. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go, D. Come again. Here I come again. 80. I come again. Check 3. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, I'm coming after you. Hey, quarter. Check your hot read.
Now it's Rosen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Rosen will throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Kill. Hug. Hey, turn it up. Motion, I got one.
Hug. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Sean Lee in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A play fake to Balaj. Now Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Luck. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. 2 minutes to play. Our score.
Let's go. Let's do it.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Wide. Get wide. Hug.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mike, you ain't going nowhere.
Now Balaj. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Balaj. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
23 yards on the play. Luck now to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw, Luck. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense?
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's going to fire this thing deep right side, and this will be caught at the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, it's Rosen. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nigel Bradham able to record his 5th sack of the season. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Malcolm Jenkins on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run here with Balaj. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Handoff. This is Clement. 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's second down. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Luck on the sneak. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on third and goal? And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Andrew Luck taking it in as his guys are back within a single score.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. It's the quarterback's job just to find the crease and dive.
Find a crease and just get in there. Ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills, and it's third down.
Mike's 59. Here we go. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". Hey, man, watch the boot.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Let's go.
Hug, Monday.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Fletcher Cox. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the return, Jackson. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. This is Hines.
Rush in.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Blah. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Toss play to Balaj. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score of Dolphins 17, Eagles 13.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Zoo.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Watch the screen. Pass.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He'll buy some time right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. He was looking that time for Stills. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Let's go, baby.
23 yards, the final tally. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
General West.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 47.
2nd and 5 now. Rosen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run again with Hines. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Hines. Oh, what a juke into space. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He's back to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Bravo.
Tighten up. Pull it together. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Know your job.
Back to throw.
Ready?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Let's go, let's go.
Hey, foxtrot.
53, Mike, 53. Danny. 53's the Mike.
Here's Rosen.
Let's go, team. Big series right here.
This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here we go.
Hey, Delta.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, here I come.
Alert.
Here I come. 58's the
Hey, wahoo.
Now it's Rosen. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. Pressure kick, and I thought he was going to hit it. I thought we were destined for overtime, but not the case.
Not at all. And they were already planning for the overtime you just mentioned, already saying, okay, what are we going to do if we get the ball? What happens on defense? Instead of that celebration and that little bit of euphoria, it turned into letdown city.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Eagles, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they fall to defeat for the second time this season, and they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.